We live?
Yes, sir.
Sure are.
We're live, Dave.
All right, bang, bang. It's the mid show. Today is Tuesday, May 23rd. We got no Eddie today. I personally invited Danny to join the larger table, but he declined my offer, and he's still sitting back there. I do think it's because of tech issues and that mic not working or something.
I don't think that's true at all.
That happened at all.
That didn't happen. Not even.
I heard him ask.
But this is like the classic White Sox Dave. He asked.
Classic White Sox. What are you talking about?
You listened to 1% of the conversation and made an assumption.
I didn't make any assumptions.
Danny, would you like to come up here
think.
just to prove that the mic works? I mean, it was already resolved. We talked about it.
You know, since Chief asked, I will.
Yeah, okay.
I was too busy promoting the show that you didn't promote.
I tweeted it. But try again?
No,
Okay.
I don't. I would like to give a great shout out to our presenting sponsor of the show, and that is Miller Lite. 'Tis the season for Miller Lite.
It officially is.
It officially is. Never that it ever leaves, but
no. But there's something about
different.
a cold can. When the sun started shining in Chicago, we were out on the water today, filming a little video. We had the Sail GP guys coming through. It's like I think that's going to become like a big event in Chicago. One of my favorite things to do when that sun is hot is you just take that ice cold can, put it on your neck. Feels great. Then you drink it down. Nothing better than Miller Lite in summertime with your friends.
That is the truth. And the only thing about better than spending summer outside with friends is spending summer outside with friends and beer, and not just any beer. We're talking about the 96-calorie, great taste, less filling Miller Lite that is perfectly brewed for everything summer has to offer. Miller time is when you and your friends get together to enjoy the simple things in life, like sailing, for instance. You know, getting on the boat on Lake Michigan and chopping it up over the open seas. So the next time you want to make the most out of your summer memories, crack open one of those classic white cans and get the great taste of Miller Lite. Let it hit your taste buds so hard that you feel it in your heart. And with Miller Lite in your hand, summer doesn't just taste great. It tastes like Miller time. To get Miller Lite delivered directly to your door, visit MillerLite.com/redline, even though it's a mid-show, /redline. Or you can find it pretty much anywhere that sells beer. So
David, why don't you stand up and show the people your shirt?
This is my
this guy just lives for Miller Lite.
Show him the arms.
Yeah, pop. That's a
sailing attire today. Look at those pipes right there. Celebrate responsibly. That's Miller Brewing Company in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. That's 96 calories and only 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Chief, what did you do this weekend? You didn't do anything with us.
I had Miller. Well, that's what I wanted to ask you. How was your little, Dave and Eddie time?
It was good.
To the ballpark.
I would like to say that there is a video floating around out there. There was two dogs. So there's a park that separates this little mini BART district at Sox Park. For those who haven't been there, and the stadium, and we're walking through the park to go to the stadium, and two dogs ran up, and Eddie just went out of his way to patronize any dog lover out there by petting the dogs, even though as soon as the camera stopped rolling, he's like, dude, these things are so fucking dirty. My shoes are all messed up because they're separate. It was sad. It was a sad day for Ed and his reputation.
Look at Eddie. See, what if it was disingenuous or not, who knows? Maybe, but like, why is he's playing those dogs like the bongos? He doesn't even know how to pet a dog. He's never pet a dog before.
It's honestly kind of sick if you ask me.
He still loves dogs.
Look at Eddie trying to pet all the dogs.
All the dogs. We got two dogs that came right to me. Great to see them. Great day at the ballpark.
Also, where are the leashes on those dogs?
Peace, love, dogs.
Yeah, just enjoying a nice stroll in the park. But yeah, Eddie's trying to get all
a
the
PR
dog
stunt.
people on his side. Yeah, it's a PR stunt.
It's a shame he's not here to defend himself. We really wish he could.
I mean, what would he have to say?
He's just doing it for the cameras. We all know that by
we
this
all know
point.
that by now. So he's out in the dozen. We obviously did not qualify.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I missed my last trip to New York, my last free
Yeah,
trip
we
because of you
all-
guys.
Now you got to pay to go there like everybody else does.
You think we'll never go out there again?
I'll never get to visit White Sox Dave's family out there now.
Not New York.
That was always your sneaky favorite part of those trips.
Yeah, got a free trip to.
See,
Yeah.
swing by to see your grandparents
Yep.
and your mom. But like, do you really think this is the last time that we'll go out? Or this would have been the last time. Now that everybody's
I mean, how often do we go out there? 6-8 times a year.
less than that, probably. I'd say like
I go out there
4 times a year for.
I go out there a lot more than 4 times a year. I'd say close to double that. But yeah, it's going to be few and far between now. So, Grandma, Grandpa, I'll see you. You know, a few years, I guess.
Dave gets sent out there and immediately has to come back.
Yeah, that's true.
That has happened.
It still counts,
It did
though.
happen. I stepped foot in New York City. I was only there for like 30 minutes. But
What year was that?
Fuck, man. What year was that?
That was a bad year for
It's
Dave.
2019.
right?
That was
That would've
probably
had to
your
be
low.
2019.
That was 2019 was a rough year. I feel like for you. In some
Well,
ways.
the White Sox control everything about me. So, yeah, you could say that.
But you had that. You had. I think you were just in Portnoy's crosshairs a lot that year.
Yeah. I would say so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You haven't been in his crosshairs. Is anybody in his crosshairs now? When was the last time someone was in his crosshairs?
I don't know.
Sass, probably. Yeah.
How relieved were you when the Dave Portnoy show got canceled? Honestly.
It wasn't relief as much as, like, I could start, freely speaking around Eddie again without having
Well,
to
I
watch.
mean, he would still bring it up. He would still bring up your whatever issues he has with you, but he'd bring it up on this show,
well, yeah. Now I can just yell at him to his face,
as opposed to being like having to deal
having to
with Dave.
tiptoe and yeah.
and then all the Dave people on the internet.
That is one of the nice parts about the DPS no longer being available is Dave's little Stan army
Yeah.
coming at you in droves.
So you did a fist pump when something bad happened for Eddie. That's basically what you're saying.
No, I didn't do that.
Okay. All right. I got a little bone to pick with you.
What's that?
You have like this thing that I've noticed, and it's only happened, I would say, it's become a habit in the last 6 months. You're a guy who will play a video out loud on his phone without headphones.
Ooh.
That is.
You did it in the car today.
I did it in the car today because it was relevant to conversation.
Wasn't at all.
And then it was.
You brought up Sydney's hunting video where you were pranking her.
Yes.
How was it relevant to anything we were
See,
talking
I
about?
don't
And then what
ex-
song did he play?
It was the video where he kicked me out of the No Fun Club for it because I started to feel bad because Sydney was like crying and calling her dad multiple times. So Dave pretended to kill like this giant buck that they had been waiting and stalking, and I think they're going to save for last year.
years.
It's like their last big shooter, and like Dave had specific instructions, no bucks, and then he like had I think it was Sean,
It was Sean,
right?
yeah.
They photoshopped him like giving like the middle finger again over this like giant buck, and sent it to Sydney, and Sydney was having like a genuine panic attack.
She thought her dad was going to shoot her.
Well, and then she called her dad, and her dad was like pissed, like dad pissed, and it was like holy shit, like, and I let it go for like as long as I could, and then
You
when she
wanted
was
to ruin
going-
it earlier in the video.
when she was gonna call her dad for the 3rd time, and we were on our way there. I was like, ugh, they were fucking with you.
But you could
But
have waited
what-
2 minutes.
What that's irrelevant to what I brought up, which is why are you playing any video loud on your computer or on a phone in
So
public
it happened a
spaces?
second time today, and that one was relevant. And you told me to turn it up once you heard me
Once you told me what it was about, I was
No
fine.
shit. It's
But
not like
you
I'm
do
blasting music in the office when you guys are in here. And if I am, it's for a reason because I like have to listen to it for an interview or something for the music show.
I think it has been happening often lately.
There's a
where
concert
you and I,
here every
you
other-
and
Have
I
you noticed it?
I've noticed you playing music in here for sure.
How often?
Maybe bi-weekly.
Bi-weekly? That's often?
That's
Is
often
that
enough.
often?
I
And
think
it's
that's,
like I said, it's for a reason. How
but
often do you see it?
It's other videos though
Play
too.
it probably once every Thursday. Out loud?
Yeah, because I'll be like checking out a song that a band or artist is promoting with me, and you guys can suck it up for 3 minutes, and it's usually in an empty room. I was watching a video today in this empty room, and Chief walks in and goes, "Turn that off." I'm like, "What? You just came in here?"
They do have these things called headphones.
That's kind of my point. Like, this is a shared space. If
and the Apple headphones don't have the right port to listen to.
There are other ports. There are other headphones that will have that port.
The ones you're wearing right now.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
And
yeah,
you stole those today.
What?
You stole those today.
If by accident, it was irrelevant.
Yeah.
There's 12 other pairs of headphones in here. But my point is, when I have to watch a video for something, or if I'm trying to blog something that has a video in it, I go in the other room. I leave because I think it's rude to just play videos out loud in a shared space.
You act like this is just something that I do all day long. If I
said it's something that you've done frequently in the last
that's not
6
Danny
months.
said every 2 weeks, and it'll typically be like something so short it's not worth getting up and going to another room, and it's something that I know isn't going to distract anybody. I know Office Decorum. I know you shouldn't just
I've been distracted. That's my point.
You walked in on me watching the video.
That was today.
That was today.
But it's also still.
Chief, you have a firm stance. There should never be audio coming out of your phone, correct?
Yeah, put headphones in. Yeah.
You gotta buy him a pair.
Now for now on, I will make it a point, and you know that I will do this, to play music all day long.
No, don't do that.
Don't do that.
I am
That's
going
rude.
to play.
That's the point. Why would you hear the
Because
room? Well, hold on. Why would you
this
hear
is
the
exactly
room
why,
say
because
that
over
we find this rude?
a small handful of times, every other week per Danny, I'll play like a 3-minute song because it's like, oh, why get up and it's like, all right, like I'm gonna listen to this real quick and then it's done. It's not playing music, like listening to music. It's like, oh, I gotta listen to this real quick. All right, I got the gist of the song. It probably sucks. The artist probably sucks. Like, it's done and over with.
Do you agree that playing audio in a public setting is not like
And when I do it, are there like people in this room?
No,
when I do
usually it impacts me the most, I would say.
Yeah, we can usually hear it from our desks.
And is it causing you to malfunction as an employee of Barstool Sports?
Well, I mean, is that the standard that we're going to set now?
We don't want to get DMCA'd.
Have you ever thought to yourself, holy shit, turn that music off?
Definitely.
Yes.
Multiple times.
Multiple times?
Mm-hmm.
In the I'm gonna double down on this so fucking hard now.
Well, why would you double down? If
Because
like,
you
hey,
are
that's
making
annoying.
this is what you guys do. Because I promise to God, you do it just as much as I do, and you do it, and everybody does it, and you guys bring it up when I do something.
Have I ever done that?
No, I don't think I ever have loudly played music in the office either.
Have you told him to turn it off?
No, never once.
No, today was the first day that it did it because it's happened like a bunch.
And we were in the car fucking around on the way home from this sailing thing today, and Sydney came up for whatever reason, and I'm like, I love this video, and I wanted to show it to the unabridged version to the other guys in the car.
They were
'cause it
having
was
a
edited
conversation
down.
about something else, which is why I was trying to listen to that, and I was getting distracted by the video that I had already seen.
I pulled up the video, and if they had an issue with it, they could have said something.
They were talking in the back. I was driving.
You guys make big deals out of just the littlest fucking things.
I see. I told you were going to get mad at me today.
Because it annoys the fuck out of me.
But that
when you
annoys
do
the
this.
fuck out of me.
You know what annoys the fuck out of me? When you don't wear your shoes in the office.
Oh God, we're going old Muppets.
It's like this little thing that you.
Oh, we're going Joker
and Ed,
again. Joker.
You know how to get under my skin.
I'm not even trying to get under your skin. I'm just trying to point out something that you've been doing lately.
I was watching a video that you asked me to turn up today.
It's a noise complaint.
You told me what the video.
Oh, turn it up. I want to hear it.
No.
That's.
Listen, I needed more information. Once you told me what it was about, then yes, I got interested. And then it became like a community endeavor. Okay, that we're both interested in what was being said. So that to me is different. If we're both watching it and we're the only two people in the room, then who cares? But if you're sitting there and it's just like, I don't know, why is this guy listening to
For the record,
Kirk Manahan show for the first time ever?
If this space right here, the recording studio, were full with people, I would never, ever, ever, ever
so it's only
play
me.
music or anything. And no, I wouldn't play music if you were in here either. If there's a video for a blog or something that I'm watching, yeah, You and I sit next to each other, so I'm going to play it, and you can deal with it for the 2 minutes that video, because I'm blogging and I'm working. That's typically what it is.
Do you go on speakerphone?
That is
public?
typically what it is.
Typically what
But
it is.
That's when I typically.
Then you can put in headphones too.
But I would, if I was in your situation, which I am often, that's when I go in the phone booth if I have to watch a video for something.
Because you go in the phone booth for 1 2-minute video.
Sometimes, yeah.
That's respect. That's
That's-
consideration.
That's just me being considerate of your
Thank you,
workspace
Chief.
while you're
What's
trying to blog.
not considerate of my workspace is when you take your
Complain?
shoes and socks off with wet golf course disgusting feet in my car.
That's not workspace.
My space.
Well, you said workspace.
My space.
And look, that was one time like 3 years ago. You got to come up with some new material.
People don't
That's
forget.
multiple times. You've done it in the office.
No. Wet golf shoes? No.
You're halfway out right now.
We were
Is that-
sailing today.
Is that what you wanted to ask the chat, Chief?
What do I want to ask the chat?
I thought you wanted to pose a question.
No, I was going to bring up this situation. Like, I guess. How
And
would
the
we
car doesn't count, by the way.
For what?
The video, because we're all just fucking around telling
I was
bullshit
literally
jokes.
trying to listen to Tom and Fasoli, and then you're like, I
You were-
love watching this video. And I'm like, why are you pulling this up right now? I have no idea why you're pulling it up.
I don't know. I was reminded, their conversation reminded me, and I was going to show it to Fasoli. That's why. I don't even know what the conversation was at this point, but like, I don't think playing a video in a car setting is ever. Like, there was no verbal, oh, hey, like, well, actually, there kind of was. I told Fasoli we have a no talking rule. Typically.
No talking, but we could.
But
blast music and
that was quickly broken, and like that's not a workspace. We're fucking around, bullshitting in the car.
Yeah.
People forget Dave used to take guitar lessons in the office.
Yeah. That actually bothered
After-
me less because he was always at the end, and
It was
that guy was
that was
awesome.
like at 6 p.m.
Why'd you stop those?
He lives far now.
Oh, okay. Are you looking for a new coach?
Uh,
Didn't you have a goal of like playing at Wishfest?
I could right now.
You're good enough to do Wishfest now?
I could play. Was it Hell's Bells I was gonna play? That's just 2-chord song. This is the easiest song on earth to learn.
Can you
But
sing
yes,
it too?
Hell's Bells. I could.
Will you actually do that? Because I feel like
Yes.
Because weren't you supposed to? Maybe like, and you just weren't ready. You felt like
Yeah, it wasn't gonna be good
But
enough.
this year,
yet.
you think
Yeah,
it'll be good
I
enough
could-
for it?
It's A to, it's D minor to A, D minor to A, and that's the entire song. You move your fingers like this. It's easiest song ever. You could learn it in a couple days probably.
We see that finger move again.
Yeah, that's.
One more time.
D to A minor.
It looked a little different
D
the last time.
to A minor. D to A minor.
Your muscle
Yeah.
memory was messing with you.
Yeah.
Or D minor to A rather.
Gotcha.
What was I gonna say before that though?
I don't know.
I do think we have speaking of Wishfest date lockdown. I don't know if Dan Wisher wants us to speak on that yet,
Yeah,
so
let's
I'm
probably
not
let
going
him
to.
make that announcement.
Well, I've been in contact with him.
Yeah.
So, moving on. Roger Goodell acknowledges NFL scriptwriters. Chief, what do you got on this? Danny, I know you don't follow football.
I do. It's part of my job. I follow the script. I get the script before the season, so I'll let you guys talk about it. I already know what's going to happen.
I mean, they should have a script.
What script is that?
Bears win it all.
They should. They should
wouldn't want
have.
that script.
Well, what?
Started last season when the NFL scriptwriters and I
Pause for laughter.
decided. Thank you. There's a pretty good script this year, wouldn't you say?
Pander.
Yeah. So this was like Arian Foster had that thing, and then other people like picked it up, and they were like, "Oh, see, like a former NFL player admits that there's a script." I do think maybe not the NFL. The NFL is fine. Hockey should have a script. Hockey should like be scripting some of these teams and players and make them out to be like wrestlers. Like, don't fix the outcomes, but like just being able to tell stories better and get people to care more. Like, I would, if I were the NHL, I would hire like the old WWE writers. Like, instantly.
No, dude. Like learning how, or becoming more of a fan, I should say, of UFC.
Or UFC. Yeah.
Like Dana White, I'm a very novice fan still. I would like to preface by saying that, but watching UFC, like Dana White, so I think it was Henry Cejudo, but Aljamain Sterling, who is the featherweight title holder right now, I believe, is his weight class. He apparently verbally accepted a fight. I'm blanking on who it was against. And Dana White, who's kind of their real life version of Vince McMahon, but he's like actually controlling combat warriors. He called out Aljamain Sterling, who Eddie and I have met a couple of times, doing random shit like a couple years ago, and like he's kind of the puppet master. Yeah. Could Adam Silver or Goodell kind of is actually that, but not in as much of an in-your-face way as Dana White is. Or
he's definitely the biggest villain in the NFL.
Oh, he's definitely the biggest villain, but he's not calling out players individually like the UFC commissioner is and does very regular on a weekly basis, more or less. But I think that would be good for all sports.
Sailing.
What?
Sailing.
Yeah, if you create like
Ryan and I were talking about that beforehand because they're long story short, Sail GP. I keep want to say GT.
Sail GP.
They were
Grand
in the
Prix.
Oh, Grand Prix. Okay.
Yeah.
They were in the office today, and they're like, "Yeah, what? Like, how can we tap into your guys?" I'm like, honestly, booze, cheap tickets, entertainment,
make it a party, and then have us hate somebody.
Yeah, give us a villain to fucking hate and root against. I know there's this one NASCAR driver. Maybe the chat would definitely the chat would know more, but yeah, I was against Sean O'Malley in bantamweight. That's right. For Aljamain Sterling, but there's a NASCAR driver that I know
it's like Kurt Busch or something. Like
Kyle Busch? I think it's Kyle Busch.
Maybe it's Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch, who everybody fucking hates, compares him to Ricky Bobby and everything, and they like hate watch him. They hate watch him, and he's awesome, and he embraces the villain in him.
The heel.
Yeah.
No, you need that.
I would love that in
anything.
In anything.
Yeah.
In anything. Like the good versus evil, and. Yeah, I think that'd be great for hockey, especially, and baseball.
Yeah, because like Matthew Tkachuk could be that guy. So the Game 4 for the Eastern Conference Finals coming up. It's turning, and we got the Vegas Dallas Game 3 tonight. And if you want to place bets on that responsibly, you can do that through the Barstool Sportsbook app. The Barstool Sportsbook is now offering a $1,000 bonus for new players. If your first bet loses, get up to $1,000 in bonus cash. So download and create an account today. Use code RED to unlock your $1,000 bonus. Be sure to use that code RED. That's for the $1,000 bonus again. So terms do apply. Must be 21 or older. And if you do have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. And that's something that I'm on. I think this conference finals, and shout out to the PMT guys, like kind of nailed this. They're like, the conference finals, like in general, get to be a little bit boring. I kind of agree with that too. Like the first 2 rounds, there's just so much action. You get to then it gets down to like 1 game a day, and you're just kind of like maybe a little sportsed out from watching 6, 7, 8, 9 hours of playoff hockey and basketball for a month and a half. The conference finals get boring. This year, every single series in both leagues has been a sweep. So far, Florida. Yeah. So both basketball ones are essentially over. I think Game 4 of the Celtics Heat is tonight. Yeah, and it's like I think I'm just gonna bet the Heat because it feels like it's over, and it's been super boring, and I'm ready to just kind of take a breath and then get into the finals. But
I've actually been watching that series a little bit just for Strus. It's cool having the local guy that
the Bulls cut.
that made it. Yeah, and the Celtics. That's when I was going to White Sox versus Red Sox at Fenway in 2019, and Strus was on my flight. It was a Southwest flight. We were both in the Seaboarding group, and we flew together and shot the shit. And he was going out there to sign like a 10-day contract with the Celtics, and now he's fucking sweeping their ass.
Yep.
Probably on their home court tonight. So that'd be cool. And if you have not registered for the Barstool Sportsbook yet, now's the time to do so. We are offering a $1,000 bonus for new players.
I just did this ad.
Double ad.
And we're redoing it. And you get to use code RED to unlock your $1,000 bonus. So must be 21. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Update from the chat, Dave.
Yo.
Kyle Busch, right? Yeah, you know his car, who he races for?
I do not know.
It's the 3G car
sponsor
now.
of our show.
Oh, wow.
I
switch to 3G.
I like him now.
Yeah. Great guy.
Yeah. Now, he's our guy now. What was that?
What?
It was greetings from Planet WSD.
The double. I just did that exact ad read.
Yeah, I was pulling up the ad read as you were reading it.
You're Ron
not
Burgundy.
knowing that you read it.
That was Ron Burgundy.
And that has probably happened on at least half of our shows. It happened last week with Ed. What's so funny over there, Dan? Do I need to banish you?
I mean, when you started reading Barstool Sportsbook, weren't you like, wait, we just did this? You just went. You just went all in.
I clearly was not paying attention to what Chief was saying.
That's disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
How often do you think he misses important things you say?
Maybe all of them.
Maybe all of them.
Yeah.
How often does Chief say important things, though?
You wouldn't know.
Well, I'm asking you.
All the time, probably.
All the time?
Yeah.
Probably?
Yeah.
So is it all the time or probably all the time?
It's hard to know. Nothing gets through to you, so I guess none of it's important. But,
No, lots gets through to me. Lots gets through to me.
Yeah. Anyways, Dave, what else happened at that game with Ed? I didn't see any pictures.
We did see Big John the Mailman.
Mm-hmm.
The White Sox unfortunately won. I believe the score was 5-2. I don't even know.
Yeah. All right, I got another unrelated hypothetical.
Yeah.
That just popped up. I was at a wedding this weekend, and this guy had been seeing this girl. They've been seeing each other for like maybe 3 months, and she decided not the morning of the wedding. She was the plus one. Decided that she didn't want to go.
Why?
Just upped and
Just
was
it was
like,
like I don't feel like he was like she was like nervous about it, new people, blah blah blah. What is like the appropriate response to a situation like that?
If you're the guy,
If you're or is that acceptable behavior?
it's not acceptable.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's like money's involved and not your money. you know?
Yeah.
Not acceptable. You need to, if you're the guy, there's nothing you could say to get her to go, but like just a little more of a heads up. But I would still be mad if I already RSVP'd and I was still like, hey, my girlfriend doesn't want to come because she's nervous.
Yeah, crazy.
What did he say to her?
Yeah, you can't.
I think they broke up.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
He
Just
just
like
up and
that?
dumped her ass?
Yeah. It was like, hey, like if you can't do this, then we can't be together.
You're supposed to be my plus one, not my minus one.
Did any of the fellas say anything?
I think everybody was like, whoa, that's fucked up.
Did he break up with her
I don't know
before
if
the wedding?
Fucked up is the right way to put it.
So he just had to stare at her nameplate at the dinner the whole time?
Yeah. Well, it was, what do you mean before the wedding? It was that
like
morning.
Right before he actually went to the wedding that night. Did he already break up with her, or was it?
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
He got right down to business.
Yeah.
I mean, how long were they dating?
Like 3 months.
Okay.
Wait, we White Sox, David. No one's listening.
said 3 months?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he said 3 months. Clean the potatoes out of your ears.
Fair. Hard, but 3 months.
3 months.
Is
Yeah.
3 months.
How was it?
Long
Did
enough
he
for,
say how it was going before that?
I mean, it was 3 months. So I think it
And-
was new, but
What did she look like?
I couldn't tell you.
Well, you couldn't tell me. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. What does that have to do with anything?
Well,
unrelated?
obvious reason, you know.
Yeah, she's
if
single.
she's attractive, you might
Bend
reconsider
the rules a little
Yeah,
bit?
Yeah, I mean, rules don't apply to some women. We all know that.
I think there are some universal rules, like you can't bail on the wedding.
You
the
can,
morning
well,
of.
that is very true, but
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
the punishment doesn't always fit the attractiveness level, I should say.
Yeah, it's like the old I remember seeing like a 30 for 30, or he was in that Bill Russell like documentary on Netflix after he died, but like Auerbach was like, yeah, we got 2 sets of rules on this team. We got rules for these 11 guys, and we got another set of rules for Bill Russell.
Yeah,
Because
well,
Bill
right.
Russell can do. Now he always basically did the right thing, so it wasn't like that big of a deal. But if he didn't feel like practicing one day, he's not practicing. So that's what you're saying. Like
Exactly,
hot
exactly.
girls should have a different set of rules.
Well, I don't say that, like, it just
Society
happens.
says that?
It just happens.
How long do you think you got to be seeing a girl to like confidently ask her to be your plus one to a wedding, where it's not like weird?
I don't think that well, I think the way it was said was that it was like, hey, like I have this wedding. Do you want to go? Like no pressure. And then she was like, sure, like I'll go. And then had a change of mind the morning of.
If you're her, just say you're sick or something.
Yeah, I mean,
know?
What I want to know
see,
is,
I don't like that either, though. You would prefer somebody to lie about it?
No, but if I was her, I'd be like, well, obviously this is a crazy excuse that he's probably gonna be mad at. Maybe I'll just say I've been throwing up.
Yeah, what was the excuse?
Just like,
Don't feel like it.
That's what I got out of it. Is basically she just didn't feel like it, which I understand.
It
I was
was
sick of them at this age. I mean, I go to
No,
6
it
weddings
was like
a year.
I thought you meant
don't.
girls.
The excuse was like I don't know these people, and the guy would be busy or something, and like she would I think maybe she was afraid of like talking to people. I don't know, but that'd
be red flag for me to be like, well, if you can't
talk to people,
my moron friends, then like I don't know who you can talk to. So see ya.
You got the ick.
Yeah. Well, it's not even. I don't even think that was the ick for him. It was just like this is basic humanity 101. The ick is like, oh,
you paid for that plate anyways. I'm assuming, right?
I think that's how it worked. Yeah, everything.
Like everything's paid for, so that's like you just gotta suck it up.
You just gotta suck it up.
You gotta be actually sick to not.
Do you like being the plus one? Do you like being the plus one?
I don't know if I ever.
Now that it's official, you've never been a plus one to a wedding.
I've taken plus ones plenty of times.
Yeah.
Maybe once. Yeah, and it was like it's different if it's like people you already know. If it's all strangers,
it's a major statement.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I don't like those kind of major statements.
So I think it's like it's not that. It depends on like if it's a friend wedding or a family wedding.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Because if it's like your sister's getting married and you bring somebody, then that's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Well, it better be. Has to be like somewhat serious. But if it's like your college buddy's wedding, then or like her college friend's wedding, then you're just like, I don't care. I'll be a plus one all day long.
I agree.
It's a piece of cake. So then there's no pressure because the odds that you ever see any of those people ever again are zero.
True. Hannah brought up an interesting hypothetical a couple weeks ago, quote unquote hypothetical. Is it cheating if your boyfriend is grinding on another girl?
If your boyfriend is grinding on another girl?
Mm-hmm. No. It depends.
I wouldn't like it. If my girlfriend was the girl getting grinded on, I would not like it.
I'll use myself as I was actually thinking about this randomly enough today. So, a kid who was a guy who was a senior at my high school, his brother was my age, and then he also went to my college. So he was a senior in college when I was also a freshman in college. We had like that 8-year overlap between high school and college, and he was dating he's married with kids with her now. He like threw me at her and told me to go dance with her. And we were grinding hard on the dance floor. And it was like, it wasn't, he saw it. I think that's fine. If it's a blatant joke like that, because I would never even consider approaching that woman.
That's almost like insulting to you in a way.
It kind of was,
like the fact that it's so not threatening.
Yeah, exactly. No, I get that. I do get that. But I think there are instances like that scenario where it's just like, oh, look at them, they're just fucking around, like being idiots.
No, but like that's not the scenario Hannah's talking about. Hannah's talking about
if I was dating someone very seriously, not even very seriously, and I would not be grinding on another girl at like the hang up. No.
Yeah.
I think that is a step too far. Not like cheating necessarily, but I do think it's inappropriate in a relationship.
What if that person said, like, by the way, I have a girlfriend, or like I'm in a relationship but can still danced with that person. Grinded. One 1.5 songs maybe.
Wait, are we
this is not my life.
I think there's a difference between dancing at a wedding too.
You're saying this is that like
visiting a friend at their college.
Oh, it's college.
But no, that person's not in college.
Wait, what?
But he's at a college bar.
He went to go visit his brother. If this is not my life, I just want to clarify this.
How old is the grinder that's visiting the college?
Like 27, 28.
Too old for that.
Yeah. Grinding needs to be left in college unless it's like.
So is that cheating?
And the grinder has a girlfriend?
The grinder has a girlfriend and told the girl, hey, by the way, I have a girlfriend.
But that doesn't do anything to ease the girlfriend's mind, really. Just telling her, I'm going to grind on you, but I do have a girlfriend.
Yeah, I would say that let's say that we'll just reverse it. But if I walked into a party or a bar and I saw my girlfriend grinding on the dance floor, I would be not happy about that.
Oh, 100%.
Then at that point, then It's like
Is that cheating though?
I don't know if it's like.
That's the most annoying part, right? You can't call it cheating, but it ain't great.
It's like
getting fucking close though.
It's not.
Yeah.
I don't think it's cheating.
But then you're like, oh, she can't be like, she
You're
cheated on me.
No,
oh,
you
what'd
can't-
she do? She was dancing with another
but
guy.
I would say that it's disrespectful.
Me
It's
too.
a fuck you. Yeah,
Yes.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Definitely.
then,
But I told her I had a girlfriend. That's almost even worse, no?
It's like if Get Low by Lil Jon is out there and she's just grinding all up on him, it doesn't. That's like cheating, right? But you can't be
I'm
a
trying
pussy
to play
being
devil's
like, she danced
advocate
with another
here.
guy.
Is that a cheater?
If everybody's doing
it's
it, and
directionally cheating. It's directionally cheating. I wouldn't like it. I would not like it.
No one would like that. No, not at all.
yeah, I want to.
So then I think if you were like gun to head, you have to pick one or the other. Like there's obviously this is a gray area, but I lean more towards it is cheating.
But then would you like break up with them?
Ooh,
I might.
you've been years
Right.
in a relationship with this person. You live
Then
together.
that's even more. That's
You
more.
got a dog.
All right, say we're at the bar.
Then I don't know.
Say we're at the bar. You just break up with her for grinding another guy, and you're like, yeah,
Probably
she-
wouldn't break up for that.
Yeah, then you got to be like, she danced with another guy, man. Of course I broke up with her. And it's like,
Yeah, that's a tough one.
But his friends can be like, he didn't do anything. He didn't cheat. That you can't yell that.
That's disrespectful. Though.
That's so much
It's
disrespect.
disrespectful of the relationship.
I would automatically think it's like, all right, she's doing that. Well, what else is she doing?
Then you're always questioning everything. Who
Right.
wants to live like that?
You don't.
Yeah.
No one wants to
No
live
one
like
wants
that.
to live like that. And then if you're going over this the next morning, you might be doing it with more laps. You're in recovery
yeah.
mode. So I don't know about you. I can't drink as much as I used to. So I was at that. I was at a wedding this past weekend. You know,
I'd like to get a follow up with this guy.
drinks were flowing, but it's like I'm not in college anymore. I wasn't at the same party with this guy who's grinding on everybody. So even after a few drinks, you feel like crap for days. You don't have to feel like that anymore. You just go to morelabs.com and you can find these recovery drinks, morning recovery. They have all sorts of different ones, but use that promo code MID for 20% off your first order of morning recovery. So similar drinks have existed in Korea for a long time, but there are no options like it in the US that work. So their founder quit his job at Tesla to fix that, and he created this morning recovery through More Labs. So it's super simple. All you have to do is drink one morning recovery while you drink or before you go to bed. I like the 50-50 method. You have put it on your nightstand, have half at night, half in the morning. It contains super herbs, vitamins, and minerals to help you bounce back. It's a proprietary blend of electrolytes to rehydrate you. And that's always the thing. Like you can't, I'm a sweaty dancer, so if you're at a wedding,
You're
like
just a sweaty guy.
I'm a sweaty guy, sweaty dancer, especially. Like you need to, water won't do the trick. You need, for these situations, you need stuff like More Labs. You need More Labs specifically so you can have fun at night and feel good the next day. Feel like a real human being. Everyone's got shit to do the next day, and start functioning like you did when you were 21. So they conducted a clinical study, and users of morning recovery felt up to 80% better than those who were in like the control group without morning recovery across various symptoms of after drinking. So this is that summer season where you wake up, the lights are bright, the sun's out, you feel like garbage after the night before. You need More Labs in your fridge.
Miller Lite, More Labs, maybe a little 3Chi.
No dancing with
No
other
dancing.
people.
Yeah, none of that. So
Where can you get that?
what?
Where can you go to get that?
You go to morelabs.com. Morelabs.com. Promo code MID.
MID.
20% off your first order of morning recovery.
Did you want to read that ad again, Dave?
I could if you'd like me to.
He assisted on that one. He was present.
Good assist.
I don't even think you can talk shit.
Why?
Yeah,
because
you just did the
missed an
exact same
important
thing.
detail. No more than 2 minutes.
Is it 3 months? That could have been up in the air. Like 3 months officially dating, 3 months talking. I think it was a valid.
What is
question.
the
No, it's
what
you
is the
didn't
line
hear
of-
what he
of
said.
that?
That's
what is
what it
the
was.
line of that between talking and dating? How do you know which one is which?
There may need to be a conversation.
There has to be. There not maybe that's where the gray area comes in. You have to have that conversation.
I hate that conversation.
That-
You hate a lot of things, Dave.
Yeah, because there's a lot of hateable things to hate. You know what I hate more than anything? Is Hannah telling me thank you.
Oh, I thought
And
it was
it's started as a joke, but like, what was it the other day?
Like, I think it was nice that you brought McDonald's for everyone this morning for breakfast.
No, that was the joke part. Yesterday, you asked me, you thanked me for like the 10th time for the White Sox game on Saturday.
It was really nice.
It wasn't even me who invited you.
Well, that hurts.
I mean, you everybody had an invite, but it was a pen initiative. Like, Hannah's the best.
I thought we had the time of our lives.
We did. We had a great time. Eddie was chucking shots back left and right. We got Eddie drunk.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He's been doing that more lately.
Yeah. What's his deal?
Summertime.
He needs more labs.
Yeah.
Promo code MIT for 20% off.
But Hannah's annoying with her thank yous, is what you're saying.
And you know what? You're annoying with your music out loud. So.
What's the last song I played and when was it?
I don't know, but it was annoying.
When was it?
Out loud in here.
It was probably today.
Let's not do this thing where someone brings up a gripe and then you one up them with a different, totally unrelated gripe.
I'm more just fucking around with her, but it's a lot.
It's annoying.
It's like 5% annoying.
But it's like
you get more annoyed with it than that. You're more than 5% annoyed with Hannah with that for sure.
But I know it's like out of the kindness of her heart.
Totally.
And I shouldn't be getting annoyed at all.
It's a Dave
on any
problem.
planet. It's a me problem.
But she
Dave
does.
is
But
sometimes
part of me being a miserable,
stupid.
ornery prick.
But she does. I agree. You apologize, or you say thank you too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't be grateful anymore, Hannah.
Yeah.
It's not that she's not grateful, but like
No.
days
not
after
at all.
going to a baseball game, say, hey, thanks for inviting me. It's like, Hannah, you already said thank you 10 times.
Sometimes you don't hear shit, so I don't know. I don't know if you digest things. You're not an auditory learner. We've clearly recognized.
Because I was pulling up the ad read today. No, I'm just giving Hannah guff, but it is a lot. Sometimes.
He's trying to stir up fake beef, but it's not going to happen.
I think she's pretty pissed right now.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to stir the pot. We could edit this.
No, we can't.
Rough
It's
and
live.
rowdy.
It's very live.
It's live.
But not everyone's going to see it live. Everyone's at work. We know this.
I miss Ed.
What do you think Ed's
Same
doing
thing.
right now? I saw your tweet to him and Joey Langone and Clem last night. If they do get hibachi without us, I will fucking kill Ed.
Joey Langone. I was actually like worried that they were going to do that, and I was going to get
Like
a
a
picture.
spite move?
No, what spite for what?
Just because they
Just
know
to
we
be
want to be
dicks.
there.
Yeah, because we did make trivia, and they did, and they're all out there, and this is our last chance to do it probably all together. And
We'll get out there.
Yeah, I don't know, but so Clem had like tweeted something like some kind of picture of like the Onion volcano or whatever, and I was like, it was obviously like a fake GIF. Joey Langone DM me, he's like, I would never do that.
That's the kind of upstanding citizen.
He's the fuck. Joey Langone is the absolute fucking best, and we are gonna have a hibachi night, but it's gonna be the 5 of us. And if they try to do it without us, then that's like I don't know if we could be friends anymore.
I don't think Clem or Joey have that bone. Ed definitely.
Ed would do it just for sport.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would do it for sport, just to fuck with us.
He is one of those sport guys.
Yeah.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Hypothetically, because I know everyone's maybe thinking it. Say you had to remake your trivia team. Who do you think is the best in this office?
At trivia, I'm the best in the office at trivia.
I think.
Whole office.
Yes.
Danny Lance would be great for
um,
sports trivia. He's one of those weirdos.
Danny Lance does have. He does, yeah, and he's like newer age. Like
Yeah,
I don't
right.
really know anything after 2016.
Nothing.
Don't look around me.
Do you want us
You
to
think
say
it's you, Hannah?
Fuck no.
What would your niche be?
I definitely wouldn't.
I'll
be
tell
good.
you who's last. Sean. That doofus.
Outdoor Sean.
Yeah, outdoor
That
Sean
was
would be dead
ruthless.
last.
Danny's crazy with the song lyrics.
I was gonna
That dude
say-
is a wizard.
Danny's really good with music.
Danny Conrad.
I can go one-on-one with your boy Colin.
Can you really?
Yeah.
What else would you
Easily.
be able to do?
I could do music in general, lyrics specifically.
Years of
Okay.
music albums.
Pop culture.
What about sports? Could you do any sports?
Yeah. Pop. It wouldn't be my niche, but
Yeah.
I think it's
Entertainment, pop
I think it's
culture.
messed up. I haven't been mentioned yet.
I know.
oh,
I'm trying to think like what your strong
I
categories
was
would be.
legitimately gonna sub in up until like an hour before an episode. I haven't been mentioned.
Oh man, I remember that day.
Was that when Chief had Coco?
I'm like pretty solid at trivia, especially the
Are
dozen.
you?
I watch every one. Chief, I did an entire breakdown. Remember, I watched it. The one that I was supposed to sub in, I watched.
Oh, like how
and
many you would get? You were
I
subbing
wrote-
in for me, right? What was that?
No, it was Carl because I think he was traveling.
Okay.
But I I'm good at music and the celebrity mashup.
I would have given you music for sure. Like, you know way more about music than I do. I do think for next year, we are recruiting and we're going to have some new teams.
Are you going to have tryouts?
I don't know about tryouts. I might have already tried to sign somebody to a contract.
Is this an exclusive?
We're not going to say it yet.
Jeff D.
The free agent, the tampering period hasn't been gone.
Yeah, there's no tampering yet. Nothing's set in stone, but I have an idea of somebody who I think would complement my skills. Would it be? I might make myself a free agent too.
Would it be someone who would have to leave a current team?
I think there's going to be like a reshuffling of the deck. Is the vibe I get, that there's like, because Kirk's gone, right? Isn't Kirk retire?
I think he's said that like 100 times.
No, like he's 3-time MVP.
But he's threatened to retire a few times, I feel like.
He wants to go out on top.
Can you give us hints, please? I'm just like curious.
No, but I do think there's going to be a shakeup. So, but yeah, and then the only other piece of the wedding news from me.
Oh,
I had a Chevy Bolt. We took it up to sailing. That thing is sweet. So, you already know Chevy Drive Chicago, but for the second summer in a row, your local Chevy dealers want to give you a chance to sail Chicago. So we already did that today. We're ahead of the game. Sailing's awesome. If I had more money, I would do sailing. Like,
you don't need more money.
But I want like one of those boats. Yeah. I want one of the nice ones. Okay. Chevy Drive Chicago, in partnership with Tailgate the Lake, is giving 4 grand prize winners and all of their friends an opportunity for a boat charter on Lake Michigan this summer. And that is, to me, that is quintessential Chicago in the summer. Like, I don't even have I need to get at least a rich friend, or I can just win this contest. But like, getting out on a boat in the lake in the summer, like Tom left the room, but when we were out there, he was getting a little like seasick on the boat today. He's like, I can't even believe that this isn't an ocean. Like, we are so lucky to live by the lake, and
don't try to deal with hurricanes.
Exactly. There's none of that stuff. So entering to win this contest, super easy. So just head to ChevyDriveChicago.com for a chance to win. Make sure to check out this summer's SUV lineup when you're there, and find your local Chevy dealer today. All you have to do is plug in your zip code, and all the local Chevy dealerships pop up. So again, go to ChevyDriveChicago.com for a chance to win. And they got some other big announcements coming up. I think they're going to be Chevy's coming to the office either tomorrow or Thursday, and they have like their own like big announcement for Chicago. So
eyes emoji
for sure. So Chevy Drive Chicago. This is the time that you're going to want to be paying attention, because a lot of big stuff happening with Chevy.
Do you guys have any retired orthodontist friends or anyone who owns a boat in the playpen?
No,
we need that connect. It's the only.
But that was like, we were talking to this guy Skip. His real name was Skip. It wasn't he was the skipper of the boat. He followed me on what? Yeah, his real name was Skip.
Oh.
Yeah, and
born for the seas.
Great guy, funny guy. But he was like saying like, yeah, like, just go up to people that have a boat, and like they'll usually take you out. And it's like, no, they won't. Like, if I had a boat, I would never like. And that's like one of those like hot girl things. Like, hot girls can go up and get on boats. Duh.
Hot girls just think everyone is so inviting to boats naturally.
You're
right.
They
don't realize guys get turned down right away. It's like, no, get the fuck off my boat.
You'd have to be like a psychopath to even ask.
Right.
Yeah. Like, I know I'm not getting on that boat.
It's not like you're asking for a ride. You're asking for an hour out at sea.
Or longer. Usually it's like a whole day. Yeah. So
with the chance of one of us puking on your boat too.
High chance if it's you.
Oh yeah.
Very high chance. Did you get close today?
We were getting there. I think like over the hour mark is when it starts getting a little queasy, but luckily
that water was like an ice rink today.
Well, not when you were on the boat.
What is that supposed to be?
You made the waves very choppy with your turns. You weren't really thinking about those of us who developed seasickness over the years.
I never drove the boat when you were in it.
But I was getting the.
You were in the wake?
Yeah, the waves.
The wake?
Gotta get me out of your wake zone, Dave.
Okay.
That's on your driver, not on me.
You were creating the waves, Dave.
He's driving a boat.
Don't blame this on Skip.
That's physics, Dan.
Don't blame this on Skip, please.
I'm surprised you didn't try to get Dramamine.
Nah.
Because of how you are.
No PEDs. It builds your stomach up.
So when we go to Sail GP in a couple of weeks, what's going to be your game plan for that when we're on those types of boats?
Throw up.
Yeah, might take a couple Tums.
Okay.
If you throw up when no one's looking, it's not a big deal.
Yeah, that's my favorite part about it is we went on the Miller Lite sailboat was it 2019 or 2020, whatever, whenever it was. And Danny got super fucking seasick, and he tried to pull an Irish goodbye from that boat 2 miles out into Lake Michigan, and he was puking his brains out. If it were anybody else, he would have been recording the shit out of them.
We recorded
blasting
him.
them on the internet. Oh, yeah, once we caught him.
Yeah.
We had to find him, though.
You
Well, he
hit?
can't record
You ran
himself.
away and hit on the boat.
Oh, yeah, you can.
He was in the basement, the bow, puking.
I don't want to make anyone else sick, but then I just couldn't control it. It was like Exorcist level puking.
I've
Yeah,
gotten
it was
seasick,
all
yeah.
over. It is the worst. I've gotten seasick. It is the worst thing on earth.
Humiliating also. I got seasick in the water.
I don't think it's
After-
humiliating. The one time I got it was deep sea fishing in the Florida Keys when I was like 16 or 17, and I was so miserable I didn't care that people saw me puking.
Yeah.
I was like I'm like, people are walking by and I just let it rip into a fucking bucket like that. It smelled like chum.
Were you
And
on
I was
the
like,
water
oh.
though?
Shut
Like
up.
We were
I was
30 miles
on
onto the water and it was pissing rain and it was like hurricane force winds.
I was in
I'm
the
surprised
water.
it even took us out.
I threw up in the water.
Like while
How
you were
does it-
swimming?
Because
What?
I held in my throw up. Then we were like snorkeling. I was like in Hawaii. And we were like with advanced scuba
Subtle
divers. So
flex.
I was really embarrassed to be seasick. And I held it in. We got out and we're like snorkeling around. I go, I have to throw up. And the instructor was like, take this boogie board and just like go for distance. And so I just like pushed myself up on the boogie board and just vomit. I'm in the water. And just like thousands of fish came up. And no one knew
They were
I
eating
threw
your
up. So I just
puke.
like
Ugh.
swam away. But yeah, I threw up in the water.
So you had fish cleaning up your puke.
That's
yeah, and
pretty
entertainment for
fucking
all the
disgusting.
snorkelers. So
You should have thrown up underwater. No one would have seen then.
no, because
Do you think that's even possible?
that,
It's
you
possible.
would
You think so?
drown?
I don't know if it's possible.
He's saying it like he's done it before.
You're not David Blaine.
Yeah, how are you puking underwater?
It's like
Well,
lighting a
When and
cigarette
why
underwater.
were you puking underwater?
To not so everyone couldn't see that I was throwing up.
Wait, you can't do that. You can't do that.
If you
would
throw up a
drown.
little in your mouth, go underwater. Bleh.
but
Spit
you
it out.
you have to breathe.
I don't got to do anything.
Yikes.
All right. Anything else, Dave?
Yeah, I mean, you guys know
What?
Lance kind of did like his own project yesterday. If you guys want to check this out.
What is it?
Yes.
So, we're going through a little bit of a data revolution, technology. So AI is a big thing. So I thought, let's see what AI do if it was going to recreate you guys.
Oh no.
Uh-oh. So let's it's pretty funny.
It can't be worse than Dave's original pictures.
So true.
Are they?
So that's AI reimagining White Sox Dave.
What does this mean?
Yeah, what?
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
So basically, I fed the computer a picture of White Sox Dave, and I was like, hey, can you reimagine this for me? And I've got a lot of results, so let's go through them.
That's supposed to look like me?
Yeah, so that's you with the full head of hair after you get restored.
Oh, that's nightmare
That
fuel.
one's actually kind of cool.
That's cursed.
I look like I could be in an 80s hair metal band.
What is that hand on the corner?
With a
Yeah, and there's an
crippling
imaginary
opioid
hand,
addiction.
if you notice, on your left shoulder.
That
It's
is
like
kind of
the-
weird.
The Adams
And then
Family
that's
hand.
Chief
Oh
Bald.
no,
my God.
That. Fucking
That's
hate
cursed.
that.
dude! Pull up. I mean,
Here's Eddie being attacked by dogs.
And he does look scared. I like that one.
Yeah, the AI, actually, every picture I ever used with Eddie and dogs, it would never make the dogs or Eddie look happy at the same time. So
Oh.
that's
That's
pretty
He's
like,
onto
neat.
something.
Omen or something.
Keep going.
So then we got more Dave.
Am I bull riding right there?
Yeah, here's you bull riding again.
See, that one looks. That's more my style right there. I look.
Is that an
I
AI
look
picture
tough
or an
right
actual
there.
picture? of
Yeah, the
Dave on a
AI
bull?
really loved putting Dave on a bull.
How is it not able to pull like their actual face though? Why does it distort?
Why did
like
I
that?
look like Voldemort?
I asked you to be bald, and it just made you Voldemort.
Why would you have?
Here's more. This one's more even realistic.
That one looks like Tom.
That one does. I would say that looks more like Tom than Dave. Yeah,
the love child of Tom and Dave?
it loved making Dave.
that is Dave. What stadium is this?
I have no idea.
Okay.
It's an imaginary one. And then that's you and Ozzy Keegan.
It's cute.
It couldn't make you. It would always make you guys the same ethnicity no matter what. So
Wow.
So Chief's got a little Hispanic in him now.
a little bit.
I don't hate that.
Olive
And
oil
as you
skin.
see Eddie walking a dog, the dog's not even looking at him. Dog wouldn't look
He's
at him.
dragging
he's
him.
making the dog walk.
That's
backwards.
Russian Eddie.
He looks sick. He looks sickly there.
Yeah, he looks like he's in the Soviet Union right there.
More Dave. And then I asked it to imagine White Sox Dave as a college baseball player, and it did a pretty decent job.
See, I don't.
I don't think that looks. You have such like a weird.
That's the only way we'll ever see White Sox Dave as a college baseball player.
That looks kind of like that could be Dave. These are all like. These ones are like slightly better looking versions of Dave.
And if you notice, like AI does weird stuff. Like look at the baseball bat in this picture. It's like double ended.
Yeah.
You know, and you barely notice it.
Out of all the weird things.
And then like here, like the pitch is actually coming right at his face. So.
Not paying attention.
Not even in the hand.
I did get hit in the head one time. It knocked me out.
That explains a lot.
And then mate Dave is a White Sox bobblehead.
I like that one.
I don't like that one.
Why not?
I like it.
Because I don't like the White Sox. I hate them, actually.
That's what you don't like about the picture?
Yeah.
Are you going to go back to lowercase Dave soon?
Yeah. I kind of have to, I think.
It was like him Saturday.
That's all of them.
All right.
Can you go back to the scary Chief picture real quick?
Excellent stuff, Lance.
It looks like there's like a problem with a clone machine or something. I'm trying to think of that movie. Oof.
That's horrifying.
New dating profile pic.
Why couldn't you tell it to make me hot?
It said malfunction.
Well, I you know.
That guy's
AI is
not a miracle worker.
Yeah. It's a new technology.
All right.
That's terrifying.
All right. Well, on that note, let's
Barstool Squidward.
I actually, Dave, like that one looks the most like you, I'd say. And if you do get the restore, like you can make that look.
I might have to get the PFT hair.
Yeah.
I wouldn't dye it orange like that. I would let it be the same color, but that might be the way to go.
Once it gets
I want
longer
my
and
hair
more
down to
sun.
my asshole.
That's a White Sox Thor.
Next summer. I got to call with them tomorrow, actually. Daniel, that was excellent work.
Hey, thanks.
I got to say, that was fantastic.
Thanks for coming up to the big boy table, Dan. All right. Well, we'll see you guys on Thursday. We have a guy from Sale GP, and obviously we'll do more like the Red Line Chicago sports stuff. And I think Ed will be back, so that'll be good.
He can stay out there if he wants, so who needs him?
All right. Till then, thanks for tuning in.